Scran, mate.
Back to salad tape, innit?
Just bare scrans and that.
Salad tape round that fucking head.
Okay, managing your hunger. So
I'm hungry as fuck, me lad. What do I do?
Scran.
Right.
Just enjoy your food. Nah, so when you're sticking to a calorie goal or a diet structure, so at some point you're gonna get hungry, okay? Especially if you're in a fat loss phase, or if you're just a hungry kid, then you're gonna definitely have some feelings of hunger. So there's a few things that you can do, either when you're dieting or trying to stick to a calorie deficit or in some kind of structure. There's some things you can do to just help that hunger out. It's almost like a tick list to make sure that it is real hunger that you're feeling and it's not just something else that could be swaying your appetite off a little bit. So a few things to keep in check, just to make sure that, you know, the hunger isn't like coming up too quickly.
I think one of the biggest ones we definitely see in check-ins is, oh mate, I'm craving loads, I'm fucking hungry as fuck. Hydration, 1 litre a day. A massive factor for people being hungry in between meals is just a lack of drinking.
It's such a boring one.
It's easy though, isn't it?
It's huge. Yeah. How many times have you sat there and you got that, you know, that feeling where you're just like, I could eat and eat and eat, and you eat and you're still not satisfied. As soon as you neck a load of water, you're like,
satisfied. You know, this is the biggest one for me. There's not much
Hydration.
more. There's not much more that helps my appetite more like this and the hunger. If I'm hydrated, I know that when I'm hungry, it's because I want food, and that's actually good for my digestion as well. On a separate note, my digestion is fucking unbelievable when I'm hydrated. As soon as I stop drinking water, my digestive system goes to shit.
I think another one with hunger. These are like ones that people don't really want to hear, but it's sleep. You know what I mean? So you find with people, you find with yourself, when your sleep goes down the shit, you'll generally find hunger is increased and cravings increased. When you've got clients checking in, as soon as you look at their data and their sleep goes down, they're swanny, they're stressed or whatever it may be, cravings go up, they're hungry all the time, they're focusing on pleasures because they're moving into an emotional state of mind. Yeah. So when you're tired, think if any of you have got kids, you're tired in the mornings, you want to snack more, you want to eat more crap. Hungover from a night before, not slept well, you're hungry, you want to crave, you want to eat shit. So
getting belled, innit?
Yeah, so sleep is a big one, hydration is huge.
Yeah,
staples.
When you get a bad night's sleep, it doesn't technically make you fatter, it's just that you have poor decisions because you're weak. When you're tired, when we're tired, we are weak. That's just what happens.
Easy decisions.
Scale's gone up today, boys. Didn't sleep well last night.
Didn't sleep well. The scale's gone up. It wasn't the scales. It's because you ate food. That's what it does to us. So when you get a really poor night's sleep, you just crumble, man. We all get weak if we've had a bad night's sleep.
Normally you ignore traces in the morning.
Remember them stories of POWs when they didn't sleep well, but they was all fat as fuck. Oh shit, no, they weren't, were they? They didn't fucking eat.
So a bad sleep is going to give you, it's going to make you weak, okay, and you're going to want to pick a little bit more. You know, that discipline tends to peter off a little bit when you're tired. You must have been there before, we've all been there, you're knackered. Chicken and rice ain't doing it, man. A salad ain't going to do it. You want something that's going to make you feel better. You're going to crave something to pick you up a little bit. It's usually high fats, high sugary foods. It's usually the kind of, it's usually the fucking sweeties and the pastries.
Just a loaf of bread for me.
Bread and stuff like that. So
maybe butter.
Meal timings is another big one as well.
Yeah.
We talk about eating windows, we talk about putting food where you need to be, whether you're training, etc. That can be a big indicator on how successful you're going to be that day and how you can manage your hunger levels. Like we speak about intermittent fasting vibes a lot. Like, don't classify it as a fasting or whatever, just classify it as your eating window that day. As calories start to get lower and lower and you start to get into the back end of the process of the diet, then can you change the structure of your day to make it suit your kind of needs for that day and manage your hunger that little bit better?
Yeah.
When you've got a fuckload of calories going in, you've got all day to fill them in. You need that full day.
Yeah.
When you start to constrict a bit, that's where you start to prioritise when it's going to be going in what window and around your training times.
Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, I think a big principle people need to realise is if you are dieting, you've got to get used to being hungry.
Yeah.
We're not talking like your stomach is turning inside out and like, you know, you're strapped up. But what we're talking about is once you start dieting process, the first few weeks you normally struggle because you've got to get used to feeling hungry again.
Yeah.
Then after a bit, you get used to the hunger and you've got to roll with it. Like you said, you have strategies in place, make sure your sleep's good, make sure you're hydrated, make sure your meal timings through the day suit you at certain times. But you have to have the element of hunger.
Yeah. I think another one to add to the list as well is picking foods that make you feel full. So picking such foods that that are going to make you feel empty. How many times have you had a Big Mac and 10 minutes later you're starving? Yeah, 100%. So pick foods that make you feel full. Think about certain macronutrients. Think about eating carbohydrates that make you feel full. Potatoes, rice, oats, that kind of thing. Think about certain fats that might make you feel fuller. Oils and nut butters, and although they're pretty high in calories, they're going to make you feel fuller for longer. So the overall hunger is going to be down. Therefore, you don't consume more calories because you're not that hungry.
Why do you think bodybuilders eat potatoes, eat rice, eat these foods?
Yeah.
Because it's called a satiety index, isn't it?
Yeah, high satiety.
So potatoes are the highest filling carb out there. So if you type that in Google right now and look at it, you'll see them top foods are oats, potatoes, rice, and they're there for a reason because they keep you fuller. So during a diet, you're going to opt for the foods that keep you full. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why would you want to be hungry when dieting? Just remember, once the diet is over, all the other foods, all the savouries, all the sweets come back in. But if you want to get to a goal, you're going to have to design your diet around these principles.
Big one. Don't inhale your food.
Yeah.
Mastication, actually.
Say it again.
Mastication.
Say it again.
Masticate.
Say it fast.
Masticate.
Masticate slowly.
Chew your fucking food, basically.
Put your knife and fork down, chew your food, have a drink, eat some more, masticate a little more.
Seriously,
Get a little
that helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Slowing the fuck down before your meal.
Mate, I'm bad for it. I'm still bad for it now.
Yeah.
Remembering to, yeah.
Slow
See,
down.
not eating on the go.
Yeah,
If you're on the
yeah,
rush,
yeah.
you're the person who's going to struggle here. If you've got a family of 5, you're trying to feed and then you're rushing in between, you're not giving yourself
Big
time.
on this family of 5, aren't you?
I'm having a kid, so I've kind of got to think that way.
I had a chat with a client this morning about this exact topic, about slowing. She was rushing around, she had the kids and all that, and I told her that she has to slow down prior to eating the meal and just be very conscious. Don't go away with it and talk to yourself about what you're eating. Don't say, I'm now eating a piece of ham, I'm now eating a piece of rice, whatever it might be. But be very conscious of the food that's in front of you. Get the distractions away, slow the foot down a little bit, and just be very conscious of the food that you're eating. Chew a little bit slower and take your time with the meal, because we know that if you eat quicker and don't chew your food, it's poor for digestion, but also you overconsume on calories as well. So how many times have you been in the cinema, you've got the popcorn on your lap, and you just go like this, you're literally going bosh, 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 and the film hasn't even fucking started, and you look in the bottom of the... We never make it, okay? You look in the bottom of the popcorn and you go, fuck me, the popcorn's gone, I didn't even realise I ate the fucker, it's all gone, so that means the entire calorie content has been consumed and the film's not even started. So it's like the cinema syndrome. It's when you're not conscious of what you're eating and you're just going about your day, you're rushing around, there's a biscuit, there's a piece of bread, there's a piece of toast, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. You've overeaten on calories because you're not conscious of what's going in. You're inhaling the food, so you never feel satisfied. It's like you've got to slow things down a little bit and just be conscious of the food you're eating.
That's been the biggest benefit for me with evening meals. I used to always get home, I have a short window to do it, but I bang Netflix on at the same time as eating it. One big thing we've started to do is no TV, no phones, and just sit at the table take your time with your food, because you're in a conversation rather than just mindlessly like you're saying with the popcorn.
Yeah.
Same with your plate. If you're watching something and something's taking your attention, you're not actually focused on just eating your meal and actually having a conversation.
And that's when you
It's been
rush.
massive.
That's when you rush. That's when you overconsume calories. That's when you don't chew your food. That's when you get digestive problems. You don't feel full. Hunger's still up there as well. So
Sounds stupid, but me and my girlfriend always lay the table. We always sit away from the TV. We're always at the dining table, everything. Then you put your drinks down, you get your plates, sit down.
That's
and you
the
have a
biggest
chat
thing.
around the table. It's massive. It's old school, but it works.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be, because you are then focused on the meal in front rather than something on Netflix, footy's on, and you're being the cinema syndrome, as Andy says. It's these small wins. It's the small wins that build you up for the bigger picture.
you look at the bottom of the popcorn. You look at the bottom of the popcorn and there's a dick in the bottom.
That's what you used to do, didn't you?
All time. Very good. Very good.
Any more hacks?
They're the main ones.
Sellotape, innit?
Sellotape.
If that doesn't work, just duct tape your mouth and hope for the best.
Just put a little hole in it for his penis. Get a face pop.
Because that's about it.
But like we say all the time, make sure you like and share the videos, make sure you send them to your mates, make sure you're commenting, make sure you're making notes on what we say, because the stuff we're putting in the content is there to educate you, to make better decisions for yourself.
Yep.
So make sure you head over to Instagram, like the page, like the SF page, make sure you're following the boys are always putting up good content as well. You know, we are here as educators, here as coaches, here to help you and your friends.
Yes, if you've got any questions, make sure you comment, make sure you ask anything you like. There's no topic off boundaries, as you can tell. So we'll get to your questions as soon as.
Just give me a load of shit.
Give Daddy more shit.